Okay, welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about the Noodle filters in Photoshop, and one that you can use to colorise your old black and white images. So if you've got some old images and you've scanned them and just got a black and white version of it, this will automatically colorise your picture for you, and it's quite good. Obviously it doesn't know the original colours of what the person was wearing, and obviously sometimes you may not, if they're old pictures of the family that you know, you've only ever had black and white, you don't know what they was wearing, what colours there was. So it's not that clever. But what we've got here is a boy who I know has got blonde hair. So let's see how well it does at colorising this. So first of all, I'm just going to right click on the background layer and duplicate that. Then I'm going to go to Filter and Neural Filters, which you will see there. Now there's lots of different ones on here. And when you first go on, you'll see there's a little download icon. So you have to download them on the internet, and it will tell you this first one, for instance, skin smoothing, for smoothing skin. You can download that, which is 97. Now the one we're going to use is called Colorize. Now I'm going to click there, I've already used this, and it tells you a bit there. It says Colorize. Colorize helps with the recolorization of black and white photographs. So that's what it does. Now I say I've already downloaded this, so all I've got to do is to click it on. I just click this straight away. Look at the left hand side, our black and white image is now magically coloured, and it has got the blonde hair quite well. So I do know the boy, that's a perfect match really for what he looks like. The one thing is the flowers, the wrong colour. It's a buttercup and it's white. So I'm going to show you how you can put that right. Now there are different settings on here. You've got auto colour image. I usually just use that. But one thing I can do is, if you was to click on OK, it would colorise it for you, and you get it as a layer on the layer that you've applied it to. However, what I'm going to do is, on the output options, I'm going to click on output as a colour layer, and what that does is it applies a layer, and you can see this is how it colourises. It just puts all these colours on automatically onto this separate layer. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to click on OK. Now when we click on OK, straight away it looks right. It doesn't look like how it looked originally, because when you apply it, it applies the colour mode to the layer there, colour. So, but if we hide these below it, you can see that's all we've got. So it applies it, it puts it over the top of the image and does it that way. Now I prefer this way, because what I'm now going to do is, I'm going to first of all make sure I'm safe. So I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to right click, duplicate the layer, click on OK. I'm going to hide the layer below it by clicking the eye. So I'm just working on that layer, and I've already selected the colour for my flower. I'm going to use this yellow because it's a buttercup. And I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click on the zoom tool and just zoom in on the flower there. I'm going to select a brush. So I've used the brush tool, and I'm simply going to paint over that white area. You can see straight away I've got back the original colour of the flower. So it allows you to do that. You can repaint the layer with your own colours. Just double click the hand tool now. There we go. So, and the beauty as well, because it's on a separate layer, is I can change the opacity of that layer. So I can go down all the way back down to black and white, and I can move this up until I think it's about where it should be, which I think is about 80%. 88% I think we're on. There we go. So we have now colorized our image. I can now right click on the layer, flatten the image, click on OK, and I can now save that as a colour version of my black and white image.